No.
We are live. So, hello and welcome everyone. We are broadcasting from the Pranic Consciousness Summit, and we are here tonight with Nicolas Pilartz, the founder of the Pranic Living Festival, which is happening every year in Italy. And Nicolas is also a Pranic guide for those who want to know more about Breatharianism and to learn how they can be fed in a lighter way. So thank you, Nicolas, for joining us. This is Cristiana Eltrayan, your host for the Pranic Consciousness Summit. And thank you. How are you, Nicolas?
I'm fine. I don't know how to be better than this. Thank you so much for inviting me here. I'm very, very happy to be here and share with all of you all around the world. It's a great idea, Cristiana. And thank you so much for bringing me here to this Pranic Consciousness Summit.
Nicolas, it's a great joy to meet you. We know that you are organizing every year. It's the second year now that you are organizing the Pranic World Festival. And you are also gathering the people who are teaching about prana, but you are gathering them live. So it's a great joy to have the chance to ask you about your pranic journey. How did you learn? How did you hear about this possibility of being nourished in a lighter way?
Yes, thank you for the question. So it started actually in 2012. It's a special year, 2012. A lot of things happened. I was with my girlfriend of that time, and we looked at the documentary Living on Light, the documentary of Peter Straubinger, the famous one that went in the movies. And I've seen that, and I was like, I didn't know anything about it, and I said, "Whoa, what's happening here?" You know, it's like the first thing that comes into your mind is, "Oh, I'm like." I didn't know anything about what's happening outside there, or maybe these guys, it's a complete makeup and it's a fake, you know. But I needed to inquire, so right away I went onto the web and I started to look, and I said, wow, this is huge, something is going there, and it was resonating with me. And then after I bought then the books of Jasmine, books of Henri Montfort, books of Michael Werner, the German. I started to study, I started to take some information, and I said, whoa, this thing I must do. I must really experience it. So then I started to do my first process, like in 2012, 4 years ago. This is how it started.
And I'm writing down the things you share because, for example, Michael Werner is a new thing to me. I know about him, but I didn't know about his books. What was your life before that? Can you share some of it? So did you have a spiritual practice, or did you have any inclination towards this, or was it just something that, you know, took you out of the blue and wow, you learned about all these people?
Okay, it's an awakening. It's an awakening. You awaken to what we are, and in this human body, I awaken to the consciousness actually. So pranic nourishment is a consequence of your consciousness. So if you're aware of all the possibility that we have, it's like you can do everything is possible. So all my life is an awakening of consciousness. I've been born in the city of Paris. My father is German. My mother, she's Italian. I've got a British nationality, so I'm kind of a bit of a stranger right away when I came into this body, you know. So I grew up in Paris, in the city. I lived there. I was a game designer. I used to design games, so I had a really happy life, a city life, full city life, and joyful life. And when I reached 30 years old, I looked at myself and I said, wow, I was getting very fat. I was getting a very bit of problems, physical problems, and I had a lot of questioning. Is this a nice and happy life? And I said, no, this is not a happy life. So I needed to leave Paris. I needed to change my life. So I went to live in nature, and I did this experience in nature because my mother, she's Italian, so I have this opportunity to have this house in the countryside, and I went to live there, and I learned how to live in nature. So I had some chickens, I did a garden, and did all the things that in the city you can't do. And I did that life. And then I did my own house, and I'm living in a yurt now since 5 years. And this is my it's all a research of how to consciousness opening. So, and then comes this documentary with Pranic nourishments. I was already living in a yurt, and I was already living in nature, and I was already living like, what can I do more for me, for my joy and my life, and for the others. And then
Yes.
comes this last idea that is really amazing. Is like, you don't need to take any food, from outside to bring to the inside to be happy, to be alive. You don't need to do to be alive. You must be just naturally.
So you had this information, and you started the 21-day process, or was it another process?
I did right away. I did the Henri Montfort. I wanted to do the process with Henri Montfort. He's a French famous Breatharian. He's 15 years out of food. He's I call it a level 4, actually, the one that manifests pranic nourishment at the level where you don't need to eat no more food, material food, no more liquids, and you don't even go to do PP or anything like that. So this is the manifestation of the pranic nourishment. I wanted to do it with him, but he's always booked. All his groups are full. So I needed to wait a year. I didn't want to wait a year. So I had this book, the book of Jasmine, and I said, oh, the process is there. So I'm going to do it. So I did the Jasmine process. I did it, all the steps of it, and I did it for 35 days. At the end of the 35 days, I felt my body went into a huge cleaning, and I had as I didn't do something vegan or vegetarian before. I had a normal life, eating an omnivorous life. So I was like kind of the normal guy, and I've lost much weight. I was lacking energy, and I was sleeping a lot. So I didn't have the criteria to say that I was feeling really on prana. So then I started back to eat again for a year, and then all the problems came back. I've already seen a lot of healing going around in my body. So it was like, whoa, something happened, but I don't know. I need to integrate what exactly. And so then a year after, I gained again all my 20 kilos I've lost, and so all the problems came back. And then I said, oh, okay, now I'm going to do it with Henri Montfort. And I'm going to see what's going to happen, because I need to do it with the pranic guy, not alone with my friend. My girlfriend was taking care of me.
You needed the initiation.
I needed something more than to do it alone, and this is why I recommend everyone who wants to go on this experience to be accompanied by somebody who has already done the way. It can be a 21-day process. It can be any other process that any Brazilian shares. It's an initiation.
Yes.
And so I did it with Henri. And sorry.
It needs to be like this for people to do it in a safe way and in a healthy way, because we know that otherwise problems can occur.
Exactly, and it's not only about, this is really important. People think it's a fast, but it's not a fast. It's much deeper. When you go deeper into emotions and cellular memories, then you're facing something you're not used to. And to have somebody there who can be used as a stick when you are a bit tired, and you take the stick and you use it along the way, this is what we are here for. This is what I propose in my groups, because I don't guide, I accompany. It's different. At distance and in groups. So people can use me on the road, on the way, but actually it works on its own. You don't need to have it works naturally, spontaneously. Prana is for everyone. So I did it with Henri Montfort, and then his process was only with water from day 1 to 21. And it is a very smooth process. And I think this is the one I'm using in my accompanying people. It's water from day 1 to 21, and it's very, very flowing, and I think it's the best for a first initiation, pranic initiation.
Yes, so you did it once on your own, but you didn't have a detox before, so you experienced some problems. And then when you did it with Henri Montfort, did you have a detox before the process, or you just got into the 21 days with water? It's important for people to know how to prepare the body. That's why I'm asking.
Yes. So actually, what I say is, don't worry. You can't be you it's like everything is okay for preparing, but you mustn't be tired before doing a process. At least the 21-day process is a long journey. It's not 10 days, it's not 12, it's 21. It's going to be long. So you mustn't start getting in preparation so much. The only preparation is in your heart, in your consciousness. You're open to all the possibilities, and you don't know what's going to happen, but on day 21, but you open yourself. So it's okay if you have a last meal with a bit of meat, with a bit of wine, with a last cigarette. The important thing is not to eat too much before, and the important thing is to put joy in in what you're doing, even in eating, because it's not about stopping eating or it's not about that. It's about reconnecting to the consciousness of your consciousness, but also the higher consciousness. And what happens, you don't know, because we are all unique beings. So what you will manifest is much different than I will manifest. So maybe you will need no food in the end, like Victor Truviano, Henri Montfort, people like that. Or maybe, as most of Breatharians, you will need something, liquids. You will need some liquids. You will need some food sometime. And that's okay, because we are talking about discovering what is your real need. And your real need is not about a belief system, is not about a habit, it's about, and it's not about something organized. It's something that flows in the here and now.
Yes, so basically what you're saying is that people should start or might start this without expectation.
Exactly. It's not a competition. Yeah, it's not a competition.
Mm-hmm. And without expectations and without aiming towards something, to just take it as a journey and just maybe integrate it as a purification and as a step towards living a lighter life. And then whatever happens, whatever the body needs, whatever the soul needs, it's okay. Because I'm saying this because I'm seeing a lot of people who have undergone several processes, either the 21 or the 10 day or the 8 days process or whatever, and then they feel guilty for still needing food.
Yes, that's it. No, it's not about that. This is it's there are no more gurus, no more masters. You need to become the master of yourself. You know, you need to become a horsed wing, a Pegasus. You know, so it's like everyone needs to take his own experience and his own knowledge, and it's direct experience. I can only share my experience, but then it stops because I am unique. The way I think is good for me. So I'm not a guide. That is important.
Yes, you just help people to along the way. And how was it for you after the process? Did you go to living fully on prana, or did you have a certain cravings? Did you still need food, or how was it?
So it's after the process with Henri Montfort, I had the 3 criteria. My weight stabilized. I had great energy, and I was sleeping half the time. These are the criteria that they will show you that you are feeding on pranic nourishment, and then that you're not fasting. So it's okay if you are fasting. If the body shows that he is fasting, it means that you need to recognize that, and it means that you need to wait a bit, take back food as a fasting process, and then you start again when you're ready. If you show the pranic nourishment criteria, then it's okay. You're free. You're free to eat right away. You're free to do whatever you want because you are nourished by prana enough. So what happened from my experience? I had a girlfriend in that time, and I went back to my girlfriend. And for some emotional reasons, I needed to go back. I went back on food because it was too much. I couldn't deal with all what was happening around me. What happened is that a few months later, we split it with my girlfriend, and then I said I was free. You know, I was free to choose whatever I was able to do without having to, to get down to compromise and stuff like that. And this is actually what happens to most of people who do 21-day process. They need to, it's okay during the process. It's easy. Everyone shows the prana and it's beautiful. But when you go back in real life, what is now the work, the family, your girlfriend, and all your wishes that are there that come back, it's really hard to deal with. But it's okay because it's working. It's working out slowly and smoothly, and everything is perfect. So what happened is that I decided to do it all as much as I can. So I started each month to do the process on my own. Like I was in the city of Paris and I was doing it. So I did the first time 18 days, then I ate a bit, then I did 21 days, 28, and then I did up to 2 months. Okay, I did that once up to 2 months with no food, and with some coffee, some stuff in the morning, and during the day some liquids, but no juices, very low calorie. And what happened then is people were saying to me, "But you are Breatharian, you're Breatharian." I said, "No, because I eat sometimes, and I eat sometimes, I drink sometimes, and sometimes I went back on eating." And people were saying, "No, you're Breatharian because," and for me it wasn't matching. And then I said, "Oh yes, maybe I am, because I hear now that other Breatharians sometimes they eat, and Jasmine too says she eats sometimes, and everybody's somehow is taking something." Yeah. So I decided to invent, but I didn't invent anything because it was already like that before. Like the Bigu, Chinese Bigu, pranic nourishment already has these kind of levels of manifestation, 3, 2, and 1.
Yes.
And so I said, okay, so I'm just a pranic guy, Breatharian, but on different level of manifestation. It doesn't mean I'm lower or higher. It means I'm manifesting another reality, you know?
Yes, and so the majority of the people I've spoken with are like that, because once you are free from eating or not eating, then you are free to do whatever you are required, you know. Maybe someone needs you to be denser, and then you take a little bit of whatever you take to get denser, and it's okay.
Okay, so this is really important, Cristiana. So my when I eat is because I have a tribute still. Sometimes my activities, my mental activities, spiritual activities, physical activities, emotions, everything that I can't explain with my mind, because mentally we are so much things are happening in 1 second that sometimes I need to go on food for some reason. Okay, and I accept that as an experience. I accept that because I see that I have a specific journey, and this is okay because we are still in this world, and we need to organize the transition to the new world. So
exactly,
hey, it's okay. It's already fine. It's like the advantage I have. I don't go anymore to the dentist. I don't go anymore to the doctor. I have my blood tests are like 20 years old. I'm 46. I've got a lot of energy. I can do whatever. You know, I didn't have this energy like 5 years ago. And I've never had so much energy. So this is what I'm putting in service. So this is why I'm organizing the festival. I'm organizing the groups. I'm sharing what's happening to me, because I can't keep it to myself. It's very impossible.
and maybe it would be even selfish, because the people really need the information now. And
it's like you are me, I am you. So if my friend doesn't feel good, or anyone doesn't feel good, I'm not going to feel good. So it's like we are all one. So doing that is, for me, this is the sense of love. This is the love, is to share what we are, and this I am.
And it's even a gesture of compassion to share your journey to the people who need maybe some guide steps in order for them to know what is possible, and then to choose.
And this is the reason why, like 2 days ago, I went on national Italian TV on Rai 2, and because there's a big problem in the world now for food. People are dying too much, and they have enormous issues here in Italy, because it's the country where you eat very well and where you have a long longevity, but the longevity has just went backwards for the first year. And this is a major problem, because it never happened before, and nobody knows how to feed anymore. So they are calling me on TV sometimes because they want to hear what the Breatharian guy is doing and is saying. And this happens because I'm sharing who I am through my networks, through the socials, and through the festival. I'm doing the festival just for me to see brothers and sisters, because where they are, So, and this is why we want to gather as a family and talk about, share experience, and know what is working for you, what is working for me, and invite all the other people to come and hear,
Yes, because it's so beautiful now to share. And I was saying also about the summit that we are already working together in the inner planes.
Yes.
We are
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's it's already working.
So gathering all of us as often as we can, sharing the experience and holding this frequency, strengthening it, making it stronger for this planet is just a little gift we can give to humanity now. And even as we are speaking to each other, this frequency is getting stronger.
Yes, definitely. Everyone is doing his best in each moment, and it's okay if you're. It's okay. It's okay. Whatever happens is okay because it's part of it. So people choose to manifest their own experience. It can be experience of suffering. We all suffered somehow, and if we didn't had all this kind of life we had, we wouldn't be here talking. So somehow what we went through in our life, even if sometimes there are sad parts, it's okay because this happens to expand our consciousness and to reach this state of happiness and joy, and it will happen. And if it doesn't happen in this body, it will happen in the next body. So it's like it's gonna happen. I'm saying that to all the people who are listening also. It's like it's okay, you know, you are not alone. Everyone, we're all there. And if you need to exchange, to talk, I'm available on Facebook. You can reach me.
Thank you so much, Nicolas. And after this transition, after you being aware that you don't need so much food as nourishment now, what happened? So did your lifestyle change?
Oh, completely. Oh, actually, I'm still living in a yurt. What is happening is that I do my usual day, but it's like I don't have any more like, oh, it's midday, I need to eat. Oh, it's evening, I need to eat. No, it's like I eat more or less. This is what I say because I don't. It's difficult for me to know what's happening really. But mediumly, I eat once a week solid food, like a nice meal. Because when I eat, I like to taste a lot of different stuff, and I like to be a party. It has to be a party. Yes. So I can't eat just one portion or something like that. If I do it, it must be a party because this is. I've been like that always in life, you know. I like to be that way. So it can be once a month, it can be twice a week. It depends of the season. It depends with whom I am. It depends of, you know, when it is Christmas here in Italy, it's like invitations everywhere. So it's okay. What is important for me that if I eat more than once, if I eat like 2 days in a row, it's like, it's going to be terrible for me. It's going to be, I'm going to get mass. I'm going to get all my problems coming back. I'm going to get emotions coming back. And this is I want to keep this state, what I call the pranic state. The pranic state is the consequence. It's a special state of bliss.
Yes, and it's so beautiful to be able to maintain it. I was gonna ask what happens in your body when you eat solid food. Do you have some problems? But you already answered that.
Yeah, it's a drug. Food is a drug. So when I go on food, it's like I know it's like going on drugs. It's drugs. I mean it's like having wine, you know, having a food will alterate the body, will alterate the sense of perceptions, and will alterate the feelings. So you will have emotions. When you're out of food, you're out of emotions. You're in your sense.
Do you have any method of transmuting the energy of food?
Yes.
Do you do this also?
Yes.
Because having talked, and I do this as well when I need to share food with people. Do you use any method to transform it in the energy that is best for you,
so
that it wouldn't impact your body?
Yes, I leave it. The impact is depends on the experience that you need to live, and this you can't really control because it's your higher guidance that is giving you this experience. But the important thing when you eat, if you are a Breatharian or if you're on the path of Breatharian, is to just accept the experience as it is, and you will discover afterwards what it was about. What is important is that you have respect for what is happening, and that you put everything that you do, if you put it in service of something higher. If you do that, you won't eat for selfishness. You won't eat for your small pleasure. You won't eat because you think you need to eat, but you will accept that like your identity is the universe. And if you do that, it's you're doing another kind of experience. And by the only that slight intention, to say, okay, I need to share, like, I will mention Jesus, who shared the bread, So
Yes.
for me, he's a level 4, there's no problem with that. And even Buddha Shakyamuni, who sometimes eat because he gets down, and so it's okay to go through that experience. Even if you are a level 4, you can do it.
Yes, yes, and sometimes it's a gesture of compassion. This is what I'm sharing from my experience. Sometimes it's just a gesture of compassion. Sometimes for me, and I don't know if you experience that. For me, food helps connect to a certain group or a certain country. Did you ever notice that?
Okay,
not to the state of being accepted. Because
yes, I understand.
it's just an energy connection. The people don't need to see you eating. You just take the food, even when you're alone, just to connect to the vibration that they are usually using.
Yes, we are living. There are many dimensions of subtle energy, and the one of it which is very important is the thought forms, the energy form, the strengths of the thoughts, and the thoughts that gets all together and create a huge thought. And when you get into a country, you will have all this energy coming onto you. If you go into a house, you will have all this energy. If you go with somebody, you will have all this energy. So what is the pranic state? The pranic state is to have your aura around you, is who you are. You got deep into yourself, so you are able to shield yourself, okay? But not to shield as a defense. You're able to dissolve this thought form. So you're able to go into the city and dissolve the problems of all the world. So this is a real pranic being. So a pranic being is already working by his only existence makes change the quantum field. Actually, it's the work of Sri Aurobindo. It's the work of all the level 4s are doing that work. Victor Truviano, Henri Montfort, Dima, a lot of, and we also sharing this. We are all one family. I am you, you are me. So I am Victor Truviano. Victor Truviano is me, and we are all one being.
Yes, it's true, and it's so simple now to shift fields with just being and with just being present. Not so much work to do, but so much more to be. And
yes.
We were wondering if your lifestyle changed. What we're asking is that do you have certain practices that help you maintain the state of not needing physical food? Do you do something like yoga, qigong, whatever, meditation, something?
Okay, I've done a lot of martial arts. I like 20 years of martial arts. I've done competitions. This helped me, and indirectly it helped me because I have a fit body, and it gave me also determination. My willpower is finally, as I guess, is quite strong for all my achievements. But no, I don't use. No, I keep the here and now. Actually, the pranic state gets you out of emotion and gets you into your center. So it will help you to choose at the right moment what you want to do, but you need to be free of doing it. So I keep free to always give me space of, I want to go running, I go running. I want to go biking, I'll go biking. I want to go and see a movie, I go and see a movie. I want to call this person, I have to see this person. Because what I discover is that higher consciousness, it's like if you're driving a car, it's easier to let go and to let the car be driving by higher consciousness than to try to control. I want to go there, I want to go there, I want to go there, and I want to go there. So many wonderful things are happening in the here and now that, and this is, and people are not grabbing them because they can't, because they are suffering inside. The vital organs of the body are suffering too much of the food. It is nothing of mystical. It is complete science, and when people are reaching out to that, because as it's causing illness, as it causing people aging, as it causing more deaths, people are getting attention to what is the real cause. And now it's coming out with all these Breatharians coming everywhere in each country, and all this consciousness flowing, and with the work of everybody wanting to live better, the truth will come out. Whatever it takes, it will come out, and it's going quicker and quicker.
Yes, and we know that you are sharing a beautiful exercise that is called the Five Tibetans. Can you share with us, because I know you like it, can you share with us the effects of that exercise? What does it do?
Okay, so the Five Tibetans, I share when we do the waking up during the 21 days. I share what I am, and what I am is like a lot of martial arts, stretching, and also the Five Tibetans, because I think it's a very very simple workout of the body, and it's a very complete workout. You do. And you don't work the muscle, you work the elasticity of the body and the harmony of all the movements. And altogether, these 5 movements are very quick to do. It takes 10 minutes, a quarter of an hour. But what I want to point out is it's better to change practice every day, and even some days not to have practice, to be free of any kind of need, because we're not talking here about food, but about anything, So it's okay to practice 5 Tibetans, because it's very ancient knowledge. It's okay to practice yoga, qigong, anything, stretching, hang out with friends, but change. Be taste life in all the different ways, and if you can change every day and do something new, it will be great. This is the best.
Yes, this might be a way to some, and we know that every tradition has its gifts, and it's good to just try and see what every practice can do with you, and not be very strict and rigid. This is your message, yes?
Yes. Yeah, and it's to be able to listen to what you need, to be able not to listen to the others, because our system now is based on, okay, they say this, so I need to do this. No. Not erase everything, but put everything like, okay, give space, and what comes out to you? What is your intuition? Because we're talking about to let come higher consciousness to you. It's about intuition, imagination, intuition, premonition, and all this kinds of stuff that is not linked to one part of the brain, but is linked to the other part of the brain. And this will come naturally, because when you're out of food, you get the connection right away. So it's a kind of it's a motorway to bliss, state of blissfulness.
Mm-hmm. And would you say that you are now impacted of your state depends on if you are in city or in nature, or if you are in crowded places, or you are alone? Does it change your state of food intake and your state of consciousness, or it's always the same?
So in the beginning, when you start experiencing pranic nourishment, it's going to be hard if you do it in a field of energy where they are eating, in a field of energy where there's a lot of violence. So this is why usually the retreats, the processes are done in natural places and are secure places. But this is in the beginning. After a while, when you decide to be Breatharian, and when you see on yourself that it's working out, and then you see that you're eating like 10 times, 20 times less than usual, and everything is flowing, then you decide to live a Breatharian life. It means that your family knows, your friend knows, and everyone is going to know. So you need to face that and to accept it, as something special right now. Then you will be able, to go in the cities like if you would be in the forest. It would be exactly the same thing, because you won't be conditioned by what's happening outside of you, but you will be the guy who will condition what is outside of you. And this is a wonderful state of happiness.
Yes. So basically now you are not influenced by the environment, you are saying?
No, even if I'm living in a yurt, but it's like I'm always moving, going to conference. Like next week I'm going to Rome. In 2 weeks I'm going to Barcelona. So I feel like I would like to go back to the city, but I don't know which city, because I think in the city there are a lot of brothers and sisters. And my action, I was lost 2 weeks ago. I was in Paris giving a conference. I want to be in the city. I want to go in the city, and actually I go in the city. But it's like I'm in the yurt here now, and I'm ready to go anywhere higher consciousness sends me, the Holy Spirits.
Perfect. So you are one with the Spirit, and you just you know, letting it flow freely for whatever it needs to come next. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. I'm keeping space for the beauties of the future, but it can be also, you know, before living this pranic Breatharian life, I was I was afraid. I was afraid of dying, and now I say, okay, it's already so wonderful what's happening to me now, that is like so thankful, that it's like it's okay. Anything can happen. It's okay. I accept. And this is a big step. I think it's the biggest step. Is like to accept whatever would happen. This is the way to live joyfully the moment after moment. I have nothing else to do. I don't have any kind of needs. I'm just experiencing, and whatever happens, you know, I take it. Even
Yeah.
if I know that if it happens, you know, maybe I don't know what's going to happen. But this is how I think now, and it's much different than before.
Yes, and it sounds like a great journey for you, and an interesting journey as well. So thank you so much, Nicolas, for sharing it with us. And if there's anything more that you'd like to share or add, please do.
Well, actually, you can reach me on Facebook. There's this festival we do in Italy. I have a website for my groups, and basically that's it. So place joy and happiness at the top of your priorities if you can, and if you not, try to ask you the good questions, and everything will flow. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you so much for joining us. And you find all the data about Nicolas on the participant page of the Pranic World Festival, of all the contact data and all about his journey. And also you can join us by following the guidelines on the summit page. And please share this with your friends so that everyone can know about this gathering, and for that everyone can get in contact with this beautiful information that we are sharing, and of all the news and events that all these people are preparing for the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.